staying with us on Frontline this morning. Now we are into the interview segment of the show where we get to shine a spotlight on a fellowship within the Nigerian Baptist Convention, which many of us might not have an idea of what they do, the members they have, or the structure on ground that they work with. And I think it's very important for us as Baptist members to equip ourselves with this information about this fellowship. And this fellowship, or some of us may know it as the laity, and when the convention in session is around the corner, or perhaps during the convention in session, we do hear about their fellowship and how they go about it, but it seems that we might not have adequate or sufficient information about what the activities of this fellowship is all about. So this morning we are going to x-ray the Baptist Professional Fellowship and the laity, the Baptist Professional Fellowship. We get to talk about that in the course of the conversation this morning. And to do that with us on Frontline this morning, I have the chairman of the Baptist Professional Fellowship, Oyewole Adeyemi Ola. He is the husband to the director of the Christian Education Department of the Nigerian Baptist Convention. That is Reverend Dr. Bosede Foluke Ola. So we are having Mr. or brother, let me put it that way as you wanted it. Let me put it that way, brother Oyewole Adeyemi Ola, also in the studio with us as we shine the spotlight on the Baptist Professional Fellowship. It's good to have you joining us on the program this morning, sir.
Thank you very much.
So let's talk about laity and the Baptist Professional Fellowship. Are we looking at two different bodies, or is this the same thing?
We are looking at the same body.
Okay.
The Baptist Laity Fellowship originated as a result of an incident in Port Harcourt in 1973. While the WMU meeting was going on, a group of brethren decided to go sightseeing to fill in the gap. Unfortunately, the boat they rode on capsized, and we lost some Baptist members. So as a result of that, an idea came that let's have a fellowship that will occupy people when such programs are going on. So meetings started holding until the convention in 1980, where the Baptist Laity Fellowship was granted approval by the Baptist management. It started as Baptist Laymen Fellowship.
Okay.
But in order to include women, it metamorphosed into Baptist Laymen and Women Fellowship. But subsequently, it was changed to Baptist Laity Fellowship. But then, the Laity Fellowship is big head, and at the bottom, there was nothing. We had the fellowship at the convention level and in one or two conferences throughout the Baptist family, until the issue of the new template came up, where fellowships and other organs were banned from national convention programs. So that actually affected our membership. And subsequently, the ban was lifted, and we started our annual general meetings again in the year 2023, 2024, and this year 2025. After the lifting of the ban, we applied for change of name and regrouping of the fellowship from Baptist Laity Fellowship to Baptist Professional Fellowship.
All right, so subsequent gathering of the Baptist members will be witnessing the Baptist professional fellowship and not the Baptist laity. And I also recall that during this same convention in session, there was a fellowship of the Baptist professional fellowship. So, but now that the ban has been lifted, now we have the Baptist professional fellowship, not Baptist laity. So now let's talk about the goals of this fellowship. What are the goals behind setting up this fellowship?
Our objectives, amongst many, is to provide a platform for professionals. When we talk of professionals, it is a big tent. Other than the clergy, other members of the Baptist family are professionals in one way or the other. To support the work of missions and for the propagation of the gospel. You know, every fellowship in the Baptist, that missions is number one. And also to provide opportunity for networking, for capacity development, for job creation and employment for professionals in same field, in the same discipline. You see, a lot of our children are graduating and there's no jobs. They are roaming about. We have Baptist men and women who are occupying eminent positions, not only in government, but also in the private sector. So with this fellowship, we'll be able to share ideas, share information that can make placement for our children. Another of our objective is to provide platform for fellowship among professionals. Of course, people will say the MMU is there, the WMU is there, and Lydia is there, the Youth Fellowship is there. But the fellowship combines both men and women. So it is a big tent and a large umbrella for all Baptist men and women, young and old. Another objective is to create and offer cost-effective and efficient avenues of developing infrastructure in our local churches, in the association, in the conferences, and at the convention level. You see, we have a lot of infrastructural developments going on. The laity and the Baptist Fellowship can come in to utilize their expertise, their talents, and their time in order to minimize cost. If there is any project and we call the professionals within our family, it will be at a reduced cost. So we are hoping that all our professionals will tap to this. And then to aid greater accomplishments of the growth of the NBC by pooling resources of professionals for opportunities, for optimization of talents, gifts, and time. There was a time when we had this leaking roof in the auditorium in BICC. And we know if some of our professionals come together, they should have been able to help us resolve that problem in good time. Thank God the issue has been resolved altogether. And another objective is to cooperate with other fellowships for actualization of the cooperative programs of the convention. We need to join hands together to uplift our convention. There is no need why the convention should be running, looking for funds to execute projects. We can reach out to eminent Baptist men and women that can assist our church in its developmental efforts, in mission work, and in evangelization.
All right, let's talk about the membership and demographics as well. Now, when you are talking about the Baptist Professional Fellowship, so who can join the the Baptist Professional Fellowship? I'm trying to look for an abbreviation for them. The BPF, the Baptist Professional Fellowship. Who can join it, and is it open just to only Baptist professionals, or let me say Baptist members?
Well, the Baptist Professional Fellowship, by the name Baptist. So the catchment area is the Baptist family.
Okay.
Both men and women, young and old, who are professionals. And we are talking of chartered architects, chartered accountants, chartered bankers, surgeons, doctors, nurses, laboratory technologists, teachers. We are talking of our media people, and so on and so forth, as long as you are a Baptist. Okay. The fellowship is open to you all.
All right, now, just like I mentioned earlier, that the only time me personally hear about laity or the Baptist Professional Fellowship is during the convention session. Would you like to share with us some of the activities that you come up with, maybe on monthly basis or biannually, that people really need to key into?
Presently, because we are putting a strong structure in place, the establishment of the fellowship right from the local churches, and we are going around. And another thing that we do, apart from the monthly meetings we hold as the executives, we are trying to encourage the fellowship in the local churches and at other levels to go into mission work. And about 2 weeks ago, the Rhema Baptist Church in Port Harcourt did a medical outreach powered by the fellowship in conjunction with the church, where they examined patients, people that came, their eyes. In fact, they distributed eyeglasses also. So these are the areas we are looking into. And in one or two of our churches here in Ibadan, we have seen the fellowship collaborating with the church to do some minor renovations within the church. As time goes on, we intend to have some regular programs that we expect our members throughout the Baptist family to key into. In fact, we are trying to organize a Zoom program very soon. We are still working out the modalities so that we can reach out to our people so that they can know that there's a fellowship for them. And we want the fellowship to be active, not a dormant fellowship. And want to participate in mission and evangelism with our local churches, with the association and conferences. And whatever we are doing, we expect our members to do it in conjunction with the church pastors, in conjunction, in collaboration with the church pastors. So God will help us.
Amen. Amen. So what you are telling us in a short while is the fact that just as we have MMU, WME in all our local churches, so Baptist Professional Fellowship, we also have it granted in all our local churches. Is that it as we speak?
Yes.
Okay.
That is our intention.
Intention.
And we are working towards it. I have been able to speak to some pastors because they say charity begins at home. This is my base, Ibadan. I've approached the conference president and I've approached some pastors, and to the glory of God, some of them say yes, they were at the convention and they heard what the president said. They are already aware and that they have told members of their churches about this fellowship. So we are following up to build on that information.
All right, so let's talk about mentorship. Are there mentorship opportunities for young professional or students as far as Baptist Professional Fellowship is concerned, or is it something that is also in view?
Let me share an incident with you. There was an elderly woman that attended our fellowship at this last convention on the 28th of April, 2025. She traveled back home to the north. So I sent a message round, and the son replied, "Sir, my mother is late." Oh, I felt so bad. But then he now asked another question. He said, because it's my number that my mother was using, he said, can he continue as a member of the fellowship? Well, I told him, why not? And I shared that with our ESCO, that we need to have an academy of student members, so that as they will grow with the fellowship, and as they graduate and they start working, automatically they become members of the fellowship. It's like all these football teams, they have academies. They mentor and train younger ones who now grow into this senior team. So that's one of our focus.
Okay. So what's the plan on brand or something that you are working on in line with career development and spiritual growth? Because we know that Baptist Professional Fellowship should cut across all aspects, when it's called all aspects of human life, both career, physical well-being, and all of that. So, but let's talk about career development and spiritual growth. What are we doing in that regard?
Well, we intend to hold some seminars to encourage our young people within the Baptist on how they should go about their career development. Because looking at the nature of the economy, some of them may be feeling low, that what's the essence of going to school? But there's a need. You need to keep on improving. You need to keep on developing. You need to keep on reading. And some of us worked in the industry. I worked in government before I moved into banking. So with our own knowledge, we'll be able to mentor some of them, the type of courses and programs they need to take. Not just the conventional courses within the school environment. There are some other programs that they can register for to enhance their careers in future. And also, when we talk of spiritual development, we are already putting as part of our structure spiritual formation and spiritual growth of members, both old and young. These are some of the things that will come up in some of the seminars that we are going to put in place. And in the long run, maybe next year, we intend to have a congress also, a national congress, where we can have our members from all over the country, where we can invite speakers on various aspects of careers to talk to us.
Now let's talk about the corporate world and Christian professionals. You know, Christian professionals face a lot of challenges in workplace, in the corporate world. So how do you intend to help them salvage the situation or to navigate it?
Well, that is where the issue of discipleship of believers come in. If our people are grounded in discipleship, no matter where they are, they will be able to stand for the Lord. Because out there are a lot of corrupting influences. Yeah. So we want to encourage our members, Baptist members, to hold firm to their faith. They should not allow themselves to be shaken because of pecuniaries of offices. I was in the corporate world, and I knew we had some challenges. People want facilities, they might want to entice you. That's when they visit you and visit your family. Before you know, they already know your family, they know your homes. They come with so many things. But you must be able to stand firm so that you'll be able to take appropriate decisions in line with the requirements of your job. We have passed through several levels of temptations, but we thank God that God helped us to stand firm, because we know whatever we are doing, we should do it as if unto the Lord. Also in government, in the political field, we expect Baptist members, whatever they are doing, whatever decision they are taking, they should do it as if they are doing it unto the Lord. So that we'll be an example in the society. So that people will say, where is this person from? Where is he? Where does he worship? Because by their deeds, you shall know them.
By their fruit.
By their fruits.
And their deeds.
And their deeds, you will know them.
So you are encouraging them not to compromise faith.
You should not compromise faith under whatever circumstances.
All right, let's talk about the challenges that the BPF has faced recently and how you were able to overcome them.
One of our challenges is membership. Like I said earlier on, the institution of the new template affected us greatly. We had wide membership in the north, in the east, south, in the west. That actually brought down our membership. And then the present economic situations. Most of our members who intend to travel down for the convention programs are unable because of transport costs and so many other things. But we are imploring people, we should always save to meet some of these programs. The convention is once in 12 months. Other programs are maybe once in 3 months, and so on and so forth. Let's save towards these programs so that lack of funds will not inhibit our participation. And at the local level, which we have the greatest challenge, we have been telling our members to move out in collaboration with the church pastors to establish the fellowship. And we are believing that in the near future, our membership will increase. As of today, that I'm talking, we have registered over 500 members.
Wow.
That is from this last convention.
Baptist professionals.
Yes, to this period.
Okay, now let's talk about the future plans and initiative for BPF. I'd like you to share on that with us.
Our future plans is to grow the fellowship, to make it very active, to make it supportive of the convention, of the conferences, the association, and the local churches. We are employing our members to participate actively in infrastructural development in the Baptist family. I look at the convention ground, BICC. I'm imploring Baptist men and women to put funds together. Let us build guest houses in that convention ground so that we don't have to borrow facilities from other church denominations. These are some of the future plans that we are looking at. I've mentioned about the Congress. Yeah. We intend to have a Congress and seminars. And as time and funds will permit, we want to go round. We want to go round from one area of the country to the other, from one conference to the other.
And I see God helping you to do all of that. It's quite a huge task ahead of you, but it is only God that can make all things possible, and we see God helping you. I've been having this conversation with Brother Oyewale Adeyemi, the chairman of the Baptist Professional Fellowship. But before I let you go, for those who are watching us who might be interested in joining or supporting the BPF, how can they get involved?
Yes, we have a form we sent out during the convention. And the form has been coded.
Okay.
So we send out the code and we implore people to scan the code, fill the forms, and send it to us in KR Nigerian Baptist Convention.
So how can they have access to the code or the form, rather?
As we go around, we distribute the code.
Okay.
And we have already distributed it on our
platform. Okay. Okay. So for many Baptist members who still want to join this fellowship, how do they go about it?
They can join via link.
Okay.
And anywhere we go, we carry the forms along, apart from the code.
Okay.
The printed forms we also distribute. Actually, I have been going around in the last 1 or 2 years with the Christian education conferences. I have been propagating this fellowship even before I was elected as the chairman this year. It's a vehicle that they've allowed us to use.
All right. Thank you so much for your time on the program this morning. But before I let you go, what will be your message, the message that you would like to leave with our viewers this morning, particularly Baptist professionals, but in the area of ethical practices as Baptists in the corporate world? We can't run away from the fact that the corporate world is filled with a lot of the good and the bad eggs. Let me use it that way. But what is the final message you'll be leaving with the Baptist professionals who are watching us this morning?
All professionals throughout the network of the Baptist, please, whatever we are doing, let's do it as unto the Lord. Let's leave aside sycophancy. Let's leave aside the urge for unnecessary and illegitimate wealth. I have been in the corporate world for so many years, like I said earlier on, and in government. In fact, I had an experience when I was in government. I was in the audit department of a state, and I was sent to audit my alma mater. And after our work, the then principal said, "We know you people. You people are boys of the governor." And I told him, "I'm here to do my job." Because that was my alma mater that gave a lot to me. Because when we go out to audit, we discuss our findings with the organization before we leave, and he wasn't happy. We must be able to stand firm anywhere we are. I was in the banking industry. There were a lot of temptations. But to the glory of God, we stood our ground. My colleague is in the MMU, the first vice president of the MMU. We stood our ground. Of course, we paid the penalty, but we thank God for the stand we took. So, Baptist men and women, stand for the Lord. And the Lord will reward you greatly.
Amen. Thank you so much, sir, for this time on the program this morning. Mr. Oyiwole Adeyemiola, the chairman of the Baptist Professional Fellowship. Thank you for joining us today on the program, as also shedding light on the inspiring work of this Baptist Professional Fellowship. And it is clear that it is not just only building a stronger fellowship, but also building the faith and also the purpose and the service in the community. So if you are a Baptist professional looking for a platform or a fellowship to join, BPF is the answer to that. So you've heard it, that you can join via the code or the link that is available already. Just feel free to reach out, and of course you can be part of the community and also contributing your own quota to the professional space of the Nigerian Baptist Convention. Once again, I want to say a very big thank you to you, sir, for your time on the program. And to our viewers, I want to say thank you for being part of the program today. We will come your way again tomorrow by God's grace. Until then, do have a wonderful day. Good morning.